Hi, it's me, Adam. Well, a couple weeks ago, I told you guys that I got woke, and I wasn't kidding. I really wasn't kidding. I am totally woke. Anyway, so I was watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with my sons this weekend, and you know, I noticed things that I've noticed many times in the past, that this is a problematic movie. And I went online to see if anyone else was talking about this, and lo and behold, HuffPost, the best news source that I can think of, was actually talking about this already. And so I'm glad that somebody has the courage to use their platform and their space to talk about what I think is a very serious problem. So let's watch this video together, let's talk about it, and you know, hopefully they hit the points that I was thinking of, but there's one thing in particular that I think is just very problematic, especially if you are going to be a gospel-centered person, a woke Christian. Let's just listen. Let's just see what we have to say.
Look at the beach. Look at the beach. Fire Snow. Hey, Ballpot. Thanks now. Stop calling me names.
I mean, yeah, he was marginalized. I agree with that, but that's not the worst thing. Let's see if they get it. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a holiday classic that returns to TV each holiday season. But lately viewers are noticing the tale might not be so jolly after all. And they're sharing their observations online. That's what I wanted to do. Parable on racism and homophobia. Santa is a bigoted, exploitative prick. It's actually worse than that, to be perfectly honest with you, because what I noticed, well, this is not the worst thing, but this is something I definitely noticed. If you look at that workshop that he has with the elves and Herbie and then like the head elf and all the people singing, I mean, it looks like a Hitler Youth rally. I mean, look at it. Everyone's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and they're just all, I mean, yeah, seriously. Look at go look at a Hitler Youth rally and then look at the toy shop in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and tell me there's a difference. PR Nightmare, diversity inclusion training, yeah, that's true. He's right about Dave's right about that. Pointing out Rudolph's father verbally abuses him.
All right, son, try it on.
I don't wanna. Daddy, I don't like it.
You'll like it and wear it.
Oh, but Daddy, it's not very comfortable.
There are more important things than comfort.
Yeah.
Self-respect.
Self-respect. Yeah, that is problematic. I would completely agree. I mean, verbal abuse cannot be tolerated in the Christian church. And honestly, one thing I've learned is that spiritual abusers are always white, and the spiritually abused are always people of color. And lo and behold, Rudolph is a deer of color, or at least his nose is. I don't think that's an accident. That's very problematic. Berates Donner. Yeah, he does. That's true.
Donner, you should be ashamed of yourself.
He's Hitler, basically.
From now on, gang, we won't let Rudolph join in any reindeer games, right?
This is man's work.
No, this is man's work.
Yeah, bigot.
Now, there's one thing I want to make very plain. No doe of mine is going to be seen with a red-nosed reindeer.
A reindeer of color. Here's the Hitler Youth rally. Check it out.
You'll never fit in. Now, you come to health practice and learn how to wiggle your ears and chuckle warmly and go hee-hee and ho-ho and important stuff like that. A dentist. Good grief!
You notice he's shunned because he befriends the reindeer of color. And this is basically like all of you heroic white folks out there that are on the side of anti-racism and never Trumping and all of that. You guys are heroes, but you're going to be shunned by society at large. I mean, that's obviously happening already. Exploitable. Yeah. Well, they kind of missed it, to be honest. This is the most problematic part, and you Christians out there, you woke Christians, I want you to listen up. This is the most problematic part of this movie. Even HuffPost didn't get this, but I'm woke, so I got it. Anyway, the most problematic part of the movie is if you notice at the end, Santa, kind of, he needs Rudolph because, he can't get through the fog in order to deliver the Christmas presents to all the white kids out there. And so he asks Rudolph to lead his sled, and Rudolph doesn't hesitate. He says it would be an honor to. And that's the most problematic part of the movie, because that's not how we're supposed to do this, because that's not truth-telling. That's ignoring the past, and we can't do that. In fact, we need to make sure that Santa repents before we allow him to come back into the fold. In other words, he has to change his ways. In fact, he has to probably give money to the Colored Reindeer Fund. And he has to probably make some financial restitution to Rudolph himself, because after all, his racism caused Rudolph to miss many years of work by going into the wilderness and things like that. And Rudolph is not an example to be followed. This is problematic, Christians. This is problematic. No, the Bible does not say you have to accept sorrows. The Bible does not say you have to be part of the white man's church. In other words, what you should do, if you were Rudolph, this is the problematic, because look, the story itself, it tries to make it seem like the racism's wrong, and yeah, we all agree racism's wrong, but the real problem here is the lesson. Rudolph does it wrong. He just forgives Santa and doesn't bring it up again, and he doesn't hold it over his head. He just joins him and helps him out. No, Christians. No. What you need to do is you need to bring it up every day, have conferences about it, make them repent, make them pay, because nothing is more enabling to a spiritual abuser than for you to just forgive. 70 times 7. Look, you can forgive once they repent adequately enough to your satisfaction. Don't follow Rudolph. He was too easy on Santa. Santa got away with abuse, and my beloved brothers, you can't let these white folks get away with that abuse. And so don't take a lesson from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He forgave without requiring much in return, and we don't have to do that. You do not have to accept the sorry. So that's why Rudolph is problematic. I was reading the Catechism to my sons, and I noticed that this is the first Catechism book. Very simple questions and answer. I'm going through it with my sons, and I noticed that the kid on the front is white, and so I was like, "Oh, this is just another example of white supremacy." I mean, look, image matters, depictions matter, and then I was getting really upset. But then I noticed in the back that there's plenty of difference. I mean, we've got some white kids here, and there's a black kid. I think she's either Latina or she's Asian. I can't really tell. It's hard to say. But anyway, there they are. It's not just white kids. But then I saw what was really going on. You notice the difference between this and these? Look at these kids. Beautiful faces and well-proportioned, nice eyes. And then look at this one. It's an alien. This is alien supremacy in this catechism. I'm woke.